It should be noted that official warnings from the USDA are considered very serious and very rarely issued, generally only to severe repeat offenders, such as Princeton University. In April of 2011, Princeton University was cited again by the USDA for inadequate veterinary care in the case of a pregnant marmoset who was crouching in her nest box, behaving lethargically and almost completely unable to move. The posture and behavior of this animal should have indicated to the researchers that she was in pain, distress, or some combination of both. Nonetheless, it was determined by the USDA inspectors that absolutely nothing was done to help this animal. The USDA inspectors noted that there was no documentation of any veterinary care or any other form of care given to this animal, and that the attending veterinarian was never even notified by the researchers about the animal's condition. Another violation, again in April 2011, Princeton University was cited for dismissing institutional animal care and use committee protocols regarding the provision of water for primates used in Princeton laboratories. Princeton University was found by the USDA to have deprived primates of water for periods of 24 hours or longer, even though regulations specifically require researchers to make water available to these animals twice daily for at least an hour during each of those two periods. By every indication, Princeton researchers have absolutely no interest in the health or well-being of the animals they have at their mercy. Nor do they care about the regulations governing the treatment of these animals, involuntarily confined and tortured in Princeton laboratories. It seems as though all the researchers at Princeton University care about is the government funding. Government funding to the tune of $40 million a year. $40 million a year. And this is what they receive to conduct painful, pointless experiments that they inflict on these animals day after day, month after month, year after year. Continuing with its list of violations, in February of 2011, Princeton University was cited by the USDA for administering anesthetics to primates which were not authorized in Princeton's protocol for the experiment that was taking place. This begs the question, how can a prestigious Ivy League university be repeatedly found guilty, such as Princeton has, of such gross, rudimentary high school level errors in doing basic research? What justification could there be for administering drug A to an animal when the protocol is to administer drug B? That's pathetic. Should federal tax dollars be funding such horrible, embarrassing mistakes? Especially when animals are completely denied any semblance of a natural life, driven mad with confinement, physically tortured, and quite often deliberately killed because of it? Princeton University was cited for violating a USDA regulation prohibiting the use of an experimental monkey in more than one life-or-death surgical procedure during the animal's lifetime. In this case, Princeton was cited for the surgical placement of a second recording chamber into a primate's skull, even though a first recording chamber was already placed in there. What does that mean? That means that they took a monkey, they cut its head open, put a foreign object in it, and then did it again